Good evening, good evening, good evening. How you
Polly
doing?
Popo.
Yes,
Like
so
Imisi would always say, how are you doing? How
I
are you
am wonderful.
doing?
How you doing too
Which
as well?
I'm okay. So I want to ask genuinely, physically, mentally, emotionally, how are you doing? Genuinely, how are you doing?
Physically stressed, but I believe that it all comes with the whole, current
Mm-hmm.
situation of things. Mentally,
Celeb. I mean, you've
um,
been looking forward to it. So I mean, why not celebrate it?
Yeah, so mentally, I am okay, which I'm really grateful for. I have great support system. I have a wonderful family, great friends, so I'm actually really happy for that. Generally, I'm actually okay, just overwhelmed with the love and the whole appreciation with everything going on.
Nice, 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 nice. That's very, very good. Thank you very much for entertaining us for the whole 10th week. I mean, Kola
Ah,
was in
I entertain.
everybody's name. You don't know. See, let me tell you something. I think one thing people need to understand is that I don't think it's about doing anything much. Some things you do,
Mm,
people just find it fascinating. Like the fact
mm.
that you are just your person and you are just there, people find it fascinating. So trust me, you entertained people. You were in everybody's name from week one to the end of the week. So that's entertainment. So I mean, you should be proud
No,
of
I do,
yourself.
I do appreciate it. I know, but it's just
Exactly.
that because when you're in the house, it feels
Mm,
different from when you're outside. So a lot of times,
definitely.
there were lots of bass boosts. I'm not a bass boost person. I don't
Mm,
like wahala. I like
mm-hmm.
peace. So
We
to
saw
me,
that.
I felt like when I came out, I was like, wait, what did I
What's
kept on
going
wondering in the
on?
house. What am I doing that I'm still here?
Right,
Because but I'm
right.
really grateful that people saw me for me. My nights were there to keep me all through till the end, and I'm really
Mm-hmm.
grateful for the opportunity.
Nice, nice, nice. Nice to have you here today, and we're really proud of you. Let me tell you something. We're very, very proud of you. So let's quickly go into it on what we have
Okay.
here. The first question here is saying that, Kola, when you told
Mm-hmm.
Bright that you did something with
Mm.
Dede, and it was more than a kiss. I don't know if you remember the conversation. They want you to clarify what exactly happened during that
Um,
conversation because it looks like you didn't clarify it. So what
yeah,
really
to be
happened?
honest, to be honest, like I'm not just the show is over.
Mm-hmm.
I'm focused more now on me, what I have what I have plans for myself. The
Mm-hmm.
show, once the show ended, that was game over. Everything is done. We're having a wonderful time out here. I'm focused on myself and my career, to be honest.
Okay. But we need to ask about questions on the show too.
No, no,
So
no.
how do we
I
navigate
do
it?
understand. I do
Okay.
understand. But right now, I'm just like focused on me more. That's all.
Okay. A lot of fans says that you were more consistent with chaos, even though you seems very, very quiet. Was that a strategy for you, or it was just your person, especially when it comes to saying this, saying that, telling this person? Was that like a strategy, or that's who you are as a person?
So I would say that when we got on the show and we were all alone for a long time, and normally on the outside world, you would literally talk to your friends, people that are
Mm-hmm.
close to you, you would talk to family members. I came on that show, I didn't have anyone to talk to. So it was more like, and I couldn't trust anybody literally because it's a game whereby I just met all these people. So it was like, you know what? And for me personally, it's quite therapeutic to have conversations about
Mm-hmm.
things because in the house, and I find it very interesting because maybe I was getting more screen time with what I was saying, but I feel
Mm-hmm.
like everyone was literally doing the same thing too as well. But I'm confused how mine is much more, out there like that. I feel like a lot of people in the house were saying other things about people, we're having conversations, but the camera can show every single thing
Mm-hmm.
at once.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was giving main character. I don't know, but I felt
Mm-hmm.
like I know for sure that I was not the only one having conversations
Having
like that.
conversations. Interesting, interesting. Okay, there's also a question that says that we hear a lot of times when people call you a people pleaser in the house. Do you think you're a people's pleaser, or you just like to make clarity? You just like to clarify things when you're hearing certain things in the house?
I'm not a people's pleaser. That one thing for sure is certain. I don't need anything from anybody in the house. I
Mm-hmm.
was very secure with who I was. I know, like I was very confident with myself. I come from love, so I never felt like I needed to please anybody for anything. I was very okay with it. I would say that a lot of times I like peace, right? And I was never somebody who I feel like a lot of times the drama in the house was very performative. It was
Mm,
very theatrical. It was like little minute things became a huge thing. And to me, I was like, ah, what exactly is the issue? What exactly is going on? Why are there people who are just like the things that people were fighting about was like, Kilo Day, what is really going on here? So
mm-hmm.
to me personally, it wasn't like I was trying to be a people's pleaser or whatever it is. I feel like people that say those things are projecting their own.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how they
Mm-hmm.
felt. Because I never
Mm-hmm.
felt that way. I never had all through the game, all through the whole show, I was very calm with everybody. I wanted peace. Like I was always just like saying, you know what, I'm not gonna go through this route. I
Mm,
know where I'm coming from. Like my dad would always say, when you know where you're coming from, you know where you're going to. So
definitely.
to me, the things that I felt that were not just, people would assume what they want to assume, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when people say things about I hear people say things like, oh, I was an ass licker. Okay, let's define this term. When we say people's pleaser, let's define it because I want to get an understanding of it. Because at the end of the day, I was doing me. I was very okay. I was a very social person in the house.
Mm-hmm.
I had made lots of friends in the house,
Definitely.
and because I'm actually a social butterfly, so it was
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what? I'm gonna mingle, but at the end of the day, I could not trust anybody 100%. So well, that's why sometimes when I was having conversations with people, or people wanted to say things about me and all of that. Every time I had conversations with people, there are two things involved. There's gisting and there's gossip. I personally feel like I never said anything derogatory about anybody. It was more like
Yes.
me just gisting about what was going on in the house because there are
Mm-hmm.
no phones, there's nothing. All we can do is literally gist. And that
Yeah.
was like, I'll talk about what was going on in the house basically.
Hmm, interesting, interesting. All right. So, what was that thing that you think after you're out of the house, you believe people misunderstood about you, about your person?
To be honest with you, like I
Your
what I
guy
to
The
if
person.
something's going on. To be very honest, I don't care what anyone says about me. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, how they feel about what they feel, and that's what it is. I'm outside here. I'm about to, I want the world to see me for me. I want to,
Mm-hmm.
focus on my career, what God has in store for me, and I'm really excited for, everything that is like. I couldn't care less because at the end of the day, life people will always have an opinion about you. Even if you didn't do anything,
Definitely.
people would have still
Mm-hmm.
had an opinion about you.
Mm-hmm.
And that is fine. Their opinion does not define you. Once you know who you are, once you know yourself and you know your worth, that's the most important thing.
All right. And lastly, this question is on Imisi. The person said, now that you're out of the house and you say that, do you see Imisi differently when it comes to your siblingship, your friendship? Do you think she got you while in the house, and do you think she's going to get you while outside, being outside the house?
Imisi is my guy. Imisi is somebody who cared about me all through that show. You guys, like, literally would be in both different teams. Imisi will be rooting for me. It never happened with any other housemate, someone rooting for another person. Even people that were possibly in ships were not, everybody was rooting for themselves, regardless of it at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day. But to find somebody who genuinely was rooting for me, even despite it all, it meant the world to me. And that is not even, it's a platonic thing for me that I will always appreciate for the rest of my life. I never
Mm-hmm.
saw her that way. I saw her that's why I called her my sister. I couldn't call her my
Is that
best friend.
yeah?
I couldn't call
Mm-hmm.
her a friend. I called her my sister because that is what a sister would do. I have sisters in my life and I know that's what they do for me too. So it means was somebody that will always be my sister. I would always appreciate her and she will always be someone that I'll always look out for because I know that the genuinity between our friendships is very, very pure.
Okay. All right. So, what should we be looking for to remember Kola for outside the house now? What's the thing that we should be looking forward to right now
Yeah,
outside the
so
house?
so I would say that I'm still gonna be in the fashion space because CAC up is still inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm still gonna be in the fashion space.